And here's a good comparison of the two. And we'll take some still photos of these as well. Hey everybody, it's Stu Carter from Atomically.com. I've got from the hit TV show Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, it's Ultimate Swampfire. Stand by for a new toy review. And if you're wondering, the original Swampfire figure, which we've got right here, it was released in the summer of 2008, 2 years ago. That was the time that we first got the Chromastone, Humongosaur, Jet Ray, and Echo figures. It wasn't among the first Ben 10 aliens. And now Ultimate Swampfire appeared first at the end of Ben 10 Alien Force. And you know, he's not called Swampfire 2. He's not called Swampfire the Next Generation. It's Ultimate Swampfire, which by the dictionary means the greatest possible development, the utmost or extreme, or the last in a series, which begs the question, could this be the last ever Swampfire toy we'll ever see in the whole world? I don't know. I'm worried about that, so I don't know. You might want to check it out though. All right, we're gonna open it up and have a look. Well, here's the old Swampfire and the new Swampfire side by side, so you can get a good look at them. As before, the new guy's about 4 inches tall, just like the old one was. I told you the original Swampfire was made 2 years ago, and I will tell you, you got to hand it to Bandai. If you made both of these 2 years ago, clearly this is the more expensive toy to produce. Oh look, he's larger. I mean, he's thicker. He's not taller, but he's thicker. He's got more pieces. We'll look at all these pieces. He's got a lot more pieces to him than the original Swampfire. But on the other hand, these weren't both made 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. This one was made this year. Things are much more expensive this year. Fuel is more expensive. Salaries of the factory workers more expensive, and they've got more safety regulations. And the fact that this is a larger toy anyway, so there's a lot more cost involved in making this toy compared to the older one. And for that matter, the prices have not gone up a little bit, yes, but not that bad. So I'm a little impressed by what Bandai has been able to do this year with these newer toys. Let's have a little bit closer look. Here's a good close look at Ultimate Swampfire. You can see, like the others in this series, a fairly soft kind of plastic, PVC plastic was used in the arms and limbs of the toy. It makes it safer. For instance, he's got some little spikies up here on his cranium area, and you wouldn't want those to be sharp and firm, and that makes it a little safer that way, having it flexible. He can bend in the knees. He can bend his knees and at the hips, just back and forth. He can't splay his hips out. He can swing on his shoulders here, but he can on the elbows, only in and out on the elbows, not up and down like the others. Okay, in and out. And the details you see, he's got these little bubbles theme going with Swampfire, which implies that he's got a lot of swamp gas, I'm thinking. And you see, like, his whole cranial area is like one big bubble, no doubt has gas inside, and he's even got a little visor here. You know, you want to be careful, and you don't want to like stick this with a pin or anything, because there's got to be swamp gas coming out, and it's going to smell pretty bad. So be very careful. In his back, because his butt is kind of small, they put the identification number on his back, if you can see that. And that helps determine when and where he was made, so they can find out where he was born. You know, your own individual Swampfire. You might want to compare that with your buddies. And he comes with the Disc Alien, which is going to go with the Disc Alien Ultimatrix when we get it, which we do not have yet. It's going to be a couple weeks, few weeks, maybe a month. And it is Ultimate Swampfire. Pop it down, and you see his arms are out. And you pop it down, his arms go back in. You pop it up, and his arms come back out. And no doubt when you put it in the Disc Alien Ultimatrix, he's going to make Ultimate Swampfire sounds, which is going to be pretty cool. And you can see him next to his buddies. Here's Water Hazard and Wrath, and you can see they're all about the same size. They're all pretty, you know, Water Hazard is not as beefy as Wrath and Ultimate Swampfire, but he has the hood and he has his own complicated things. So they're all a little bit beefier toys than we've had in the past. Here's the first Swampfire. He's got a, you know, skinny. He hasn't been bulking up very much. So they made Ultimate Swampfire pretty bulky in comparison. And here's a good comparison of the two. And we'll take some still photos of these as well, so you can see how they look together in still photos. You know, they'll look good. You can have a little collection. And after all, this could be the last ever in the whole world, the last ever Swampfire. So I'd be worried about that. So there's my look at Ultimate Swampfire. Stand by for some still photos I'll have at the end of this. And you might want to hit that subscribe button right up there, because coming up next is going to be Ultimate Big Chill, and then I will do the rest of them as fast as I can. So until then, have a good day.